Yo, what's up? Welcome back to another video. So when I was on a run today, I had a thought that kind of made me think a little bit, and it was in regards to something called a third place. And if you've never heard of a third place before, it is effectively a place where you can go to hang out and socialize other than work and home. And it's important because as of recently, there are some researches that have shown that third places, they are starting to no longer exist anymore for a large amount of the population in numerous first world countries. Right? Like for a little while there, malls were considered a third place. You would go to a mall to meet up and hang out with some of your friends. Well, malls are kind of dying. I don't know if you guys have been out recently, but they're not what they used to be. For some people, it used to be club activities back in high school or college, and as you get older, you don't really participate in any clubs anymore, which is kind of a bummer, because those are also a great way to kind of stay social and stay up to date with other people and go and do different things to stay active. And it's just kind of a sad situation, you know? So, like, even in terms of MapleStory, Hennessy is considered a third place, right? It's where you go to hang out and socialize and meet new people and meet up and go do other things. It's literally a third place by definition. And it made me think, like, even in other MMOs, you have, like, guilds and guild halls or, like, hub cities and places where you would go to hang out. Like, in Final Fantasy XIV, the place you'd go to hang out is Limsa. And if you've ever gone there, you see so many people dancing, hanging out, talking to people, crafting. It's a third place. But outside of an MMO, outside of a game, where do you go to hang out? It's a hard question to answer. It really is. Most people don't have a third place. You know, for me, one of my third places that I go to, like every Tuesday, is I will go to a local card shop to go play a card game with some of my friends. You know, it's not something I go to super frequently, but it is a place that I go to with other people to hang out. And it just kind of made me think, like, it would be actually so cool if the idea of a guild in MMOs translated into a real thing. And I was thinking about this during a run, and I was like, man, it would be so cool if you could go there and just hang out and do whatever the hell you wanted to on premise and not be asked to leave, to not be looked at strange. You know, you could go there and learn a new hobby. Or maybe there's food there for you to go and grab food while waiting for a friend to also meet you up there, you know? Or maybe there are PCs there available for you to learn a new skill, like video editing. Or maybe you don't have a PC at home because you don't have the money for whatever reason, and you want to be able to go there to do job applications or print something off, and it's just kind of all there. And I think it would be kind of a really interesting and unique organization to have access to. Like myself personally, I would probably spend money to go there a little bit more frequently if I had like more more access to it. I really think that'd be like kind of sick. That'd be kind of awesome, you know? Like imagine being able to go there and be like, "Hey, you know, I'd like to rent a bike and go bike to the other location." Like further down the or further in the city or something like that, and they just unlock a bike and give it to you to go bike to that other place and drop it off because they have bikes on hand. Or say you want to, I don't know, figure out how to repair your clothes, but you don't know how. So maybe you could literally go through and write up like a quest or like a sheet of paper asking somebody to teach you how to fix your clothes, and then you can stick it up on a wall, and if somebody wants to teach you how to do it, you can meet up there at the building and they'll teach you. You know, like a way to disconnect from everything, go to a new place, hang out, meet new people, make new friends, and just have another place besides home and work. Because a lot of the times, like, home can sometimes be a little bit rough depending on like who your family is or who you're living with, and sometimes you don't feel safe there. And work is work, so you can never fully relax at work unless, of course, you're like some nepo baby and you got a cushy ass job. In which case, I'm jealous. Enjoy it. Hook me up. You know, like, I just think this is such a cool thing that should exist. I just don't know if it does or if it could exist. Like, moral of the story, like, especially with all this extra tech that people have in their phones and whatnot, and TikTok and YouTube and Twitter and Instagram and Snapchat, despite being more and more connected with people than ever, we're also slowly disconnecting from everybody and from the real world by moving into our phones. Like, walk down the street and just look at other people. How many people do you see literally walking down the street, only looking at their phone, kind of swerving, not really paying attention, and they're just engrossed only in this small little, like, 2x7 screen, 2x6 screen, whatever it is. Like, despite being more connected, we're also more disconnected from reality. Because not even just that. There are, like, there's research in articles that show that being on your phone more causes more depression. Right? It causes more loneliness. It can give you anxiety. It causes comparisons with other people on the internet that are also pretending to live a completely different life than the one that they are showing you. That's why we need more third places, so that you can go to them, disconnect yourself from the phone and the internet, and hang out and meet up with other people and get a chance to disconnect from everything and actually fully relax and be able to let loose and allow some of your personality to bleed out, because every single person does have an interesting personality. I truly believe it. I just think some people don't show it as much because they've been so locked away behind their phone that they forgot how to express what that personality is. And I genuinely feel like a third place can help so many different people. And I think that's why I'm also so drawn into the world of MMOs, because for me, where I initially lived before I moved to the city, there wasn't actually a whole lot of interaction you could do. So I got super into MMOs because it acted as that third place, allowed for me to be a little bit more social, spend my time talking to other people, hanging out with other people that I never would have seen. You know, allowed me to experience other cultures and different opinions so I could branch out and not be so pigeonholed into an echo chamber. And I think just even translating over some of the MMO ideas of having like a guild or like a Hennessy could be beneficial for so many different people. I'm honest to God curious as to what you guys think about having like something like this just out in the world that you could go to. Genuinely, like, let me know what you guys think about it. It's just kind of like an offhand thought I had, and I just kind of wanted to get it out there onto the internet because I feel like more people need to hear about this or need to think about it, because I think it's a problem that if more people put their heads together, we can solve more of it, you know. But me being one person, I can only do so much, so I figured I would at least bring this idea to the table and allow for a discussion to happen beyond me, you know. If you like this idea or anything like that, you know, I'd really appreciate a like or a subscribe. I'm trying to grow this channel a little bit. It's pretty small right now, although I'm kind of happy with the rate that I am growing a little bit, and because of that, like, I thank you guys for even just tuning in for like 15-20 seconds, even at the beginning of the video. It does mean a lot to me ultimately. Well, that's all about I have, at least for right now. Stay safe out there, guys.